Captain America Civil War.
Spoiler-free review. Oh, these are tight.
Yes. So, we saw the movie, preview showing.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
Awesome.
It's great. And we're not just saying this as Marvel fanboys. We're saying this as objective film reviewers. We went into it clear-minded as possible. And yes, it's a great film. So we're going to keep this...
It's so good.
Short and concise.
Hopefully.
Just talk about the basics, because, most of you haven't seen it, but, everyone's seen it, and everyone's talked about these basics. So, story.
It's great.
Essentially, the Avengers have been building up collateral damage over the course of their superheroing, and while they've saved lives, they haven't been able to save everyone, and people have gotten hurt, died.
And, of course, there's always do we create what we save people from?
Yeah.
Which is always in these types of films. It was in this, Batman v Superman, it's in a lot of stuff.
So, the United Nations is like, you guys are out of control. We are going to basically propose this bill called the Sokovia Accords, which will be internationally binding, and it says basically the Avengers...
You go when we tell you, you don't go when we tell you.
Yeah, the Avengers now answer to the governments of the world.
The government, yeah!
Tony Stark is for this. Iron Man, he personally feels guilty for a lot of the destruction caused, and so he's all about, we need to be accountable.
We need to take accountable. We need to be accountable.
Captain America, on the other hand, sees it as a violation of their civil liberties, and he brings up the point, well, what if they send us somewhere we don't want to go? Or what if there's somewhere we need to save people, but they won't let us because of political stuff? So,
if I see a situation going south, I can't ignore it.
So, they're both kind of right in their own ways, which
is
why this is great. It's not just
black and white. It's not black and white. It's definite gray.
But it's colorful. So yeah, that's the central conflict, and then the rest of the Avengers fall in line somewhere with them.
It's like that Plinko, I think it's called, where you just...
Yeah, that's as far as we're going to get into the plot, because it causes them to fight.
No dare. It's called Civil War. There has to be fighting.
Yes, so... It is Captain America's movie.
It is Captain America, so we mostly follow it from his perspective.
Mm-hmm.
However, there is still a fair majority from Tony Stark's perspective, because it is also Civil War.
Yes. Some people thought this should be called Avengers Civil War, not Captain America Civil War.
But the way they did it made sense.
Mm-hmm. It is first and foremost a sequel to
the Winter Soldier.
To the other Captain America films. Then it is... also a continuation of where the Avengers films have left off.
And the reason it's so exciting going into it is because not only is this the start of Phase 3, but it's also the payoff for a lot of other films.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of payoff in this. This is a payoff for a lot of that stuff. It makes you wonder how Infinity War is going to pay off everything else.
Everything since Phase 1.
So, there's new characters in this.
At least 3.
Yeah, the main two we're gonna geek out about right now are Black Panther.
Hoorah!
Who is
awesome.
He is very BA.
Oh yeah.
He holds his own against Cap, Bucky, others that we won't mention. But yeah, he
kicks a lot of buttocks.
He comes into if you've seen the promotionals, he ultimately sides with Iron Man, but really it's for his own agenda.
Oh, yeah.
Which, that agenda is spoilery, so we won't talk about it, but he has his own perspective, and I think he has the greatest arc throughout the film,
because he's the newest character that's in the most of the film.
Mm-hmm. And even though he sides with Tony, he is fairly neutral overall. It's just there's this one thing that Tony and he agree on.
That he won and is against Captain America for.
Yeah, but his action scenes were awesome. He as a character is exciting and brings something fresh and new to this.
The straight man perspective.
But the biggie, Spider-Man.
Do it. I can't do it because I'm not Spider-Man, but you know.
Tom Holland does a wonderful job.
Oh, yes.
At just being Spider-Man. He is
And Peter Parker.
Yeah, he's the awkward, nerdy, nobody likes, has tons of homework Peter Parker that we got from Tobey Maguire, but he's also the, he's quippy like Andrew Garfield, but he's something that both of them weren't, which he's a great blend of both. So
Can I say something quick?
Yes, you may.
I'm not going to officially call it because I'm going to wait till Spider-Man: Homecoming comes out, his solo film. But I feel like Tom Holland has the potential to be the best Spider-Man ever in cinematic universe.
The way it's looking right now, I think he will be. And, you know, Spider-Man has had 5 movies. He's a character a lot of people were kind of done with. No more Spider-Man.
There was no backstory because everyone knows who he is. They didn't need to have a
But
backstory.
he was, even though there was familiarity with him, he was so fresh and new and just, awesome.
Also, his Aunt May was different, which I liked.
His anime was different. Last little thing before our verdict, we're definitely keeping this on the short end. The action sequences. Oh my gosh.
Oh! We can't talk too in-depth about these without spoiling.
But the big centerpiece is the much buzzed about airport battle.
Scene. And it's well worth buzzed about.
I mean, it's something we haven't seen in any superhero film. 12 superheroes in a battle royale against each other. Because before this, you've either had the superhero fights the big boss and you have the one-on-one, or you have the superhero or the little group of superheroes fighting an army. That's pretty much all we've gotten in superhero films at this point.
Closest
but this
we've gotten
is team on team, full melee, and it's amazing. There's some...
And no one fights this one person. It's like an actual battle. They go interchanging and...
It's amazing. So, and last little thing, the humor is in this movie. It's still a Marvel movie. It still has humor, but...
It's toned down for the seriousness of the topic, which is good.
It's funny where it needs to be, and especially with certain characters like Spider-Man and Ant-Man, but it is...
And it's not funny where it also needs to be.
It's probably, along with Winter Soldier, the most mature MCU film, which is why I'm glad the Russo brothers are doing it and why they're doing Infinity War, the directors. But yeah, it's very mature.
What are their
and
first names?
Anthony and Joe. Yeah.
Good names.
So, yeah, it's, we've seen it once. We're going to see it again.
Oh, yeah. You can't stop us from seeing it.
As of right now, final verdict for me, I'm going to give it a 9.
I'll give it a 9, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so deserving.
Have we broken down our rating system?
We have not. That's another movie, though. Not movie. That's another video.
Okay. So, yeah, next video, we're going to talk spoilers.
Oh, yeah.
And,
after that, we'll discuss our rating system so that you all aren't confused.
Okay. You know, we have time.
This has been the shortest review we've ever done. I'm proud of
Okay.
this.
Here's the quick rundown on our rating system. As you can tell, we kind of improvised this week.
10!
Oh, we're going to start at the top. 10. Magnum opus, masterpiece, or just really enjoy it. Amazing, like, highest form of enjoyment or art.
10.
The best. 9.
9. I'm doing the numbers.
Also, really awesome, great film work. Just not quite masterpiece level, which upon second viewing, who knows if this will graduate up to a 10, view has changed, but yeah.
8.
That is the official I am buying this movie rating. Like, it's like, this is good enough that I would like to spend money to own it.
7.
Definitely worth seeing, probably multiple times and in theaters, and definitely a good time.
6.
6 is where it's worth seeing at least once, probably only once, but if it's on, like if you're scrolling through the TV and it happens to be on, yeah, you'd probably watch it. If it's a 6.
5.
The split right down the middle films that are either so just mediocre that they're not really good or bad. Like, in our opinion, Man of Steel was just so mediocre. It's like, okay, you exist.
Meh.
Or if it's a film that has amazing parts, but also sucky parts and equal amounts, like The Amazing Spider-Man 2, that had some great things, but also some terrible things, and so
You're
you
covering
got...
my face again.
I'm sorry.
4.
Essentially, this is where it gets to, it would be serviceable background noise. Like if you're at a party and you want a movie on, but no one's really going to be paying attention to the movie, put on a 4. It'll serve as decent filler noise.
3.
Bad movies. 3s are bad, but they're not, I loathe this film bad. But it's definitely gunky, not good.
2.
3s and 2s can be interchangeable, but 2s, usually I give it to if the film is just a snore fest. It's just boring. Because in our personal opinion, being boring is a bigger sin than being
Bad.
poorly made. Because if it's poorly made, sometimes you can find enjoyment in just how ridiculously terrible it is. But if it's just boring...
Now, quickly, I also, in the 2 section, include movies that are so bad they're funny. Like Batman and Robin, everyone loves to roast it. But in that sense, they still love to watch it because they love roasting it. So it's not a 1, it goes in the 2 section.
Okay.
That's just me. Speaking of, 1.
1s are films that are so bad that these are the abominations, and this is where it gets personal. We only give 1s to films we loathe
Entirely.
Yeah, and just hate with every ounce of our being.
Give an example. Geppetto.
If you don't know what Geppetto is, you're grateful.
Also, Hugo. We don't know how you guys like that.
We'll get into other reviews for another time.
Yes.
Anyway, so that's our...
Breakdown.
This is not how I thought this review was going to go. That is our review of Civil War and our ratings breakdown. Yay. So we'll be back in a few days for a spoiler discussion.
If you agree with us, good. If you don't, we'd like to know why.
Fairly well.
Adios.